Hi there, students. Recently, in the press, there's been quite a lot of comment about the position of Gibraltar if the UK leaves the European Union, Brexit. Yeah. There was a comment from the European Union to say that they thought that whether or not, if Britain left the EU, independent of that, Spain should have a say as to whether Gibraltar left the EU or not. And the Spanish press is talking about the possibility of some sort of joint rule. And lots of people have been asking me my opinion about this. Well, let's see. Let's look at a little bit of the history first, okay? Gibraltar is right at the mouth of the Mediterranean, yeah? It's where you go from the Mediterranean into the Atlantic. And it was first settled, it was first used by the Moors, by the Arabs from North Africa, from Morocco. And there's even a 14th century Moorish castle there, yeah? Okay, anyway, Gibraltar was first captured by the British, well, by an Anglo-Dutch force, okay, so Dutch and British force in 1704. There were wars with Spain. I think they were representing the Habsburgs. And anyway, there was a treaty in 1713, the Treaty of Utrecht, where Gibraltar was given to the British in perpetuity, forever. Yeah? So, let's see. If Britain leaves the EU or not, I don't think that changes anything about the sovereignty of Gibraltar. If the British government want to do something about it, that's up to them, but that's a different question. Okay, let's look at the situation of Gibraltar. Okay, Gibraltar is a British colony, but it's full of Spanish workers, yeah? There are many people who live in the area around Gibraltar, and they cross over every day into Gibraltar, and that's where they work. Now, Andalusia, it's a cheap place to live. Notice in Gibraltar, unemployment is about 1%, whereas over the border, a couple of miles away, it's 35%, yeah? So the people in Gibraltar are probably fairly terrified about becoming part of Andalusia, yeah? I wouldn't want to, considering the situation they have. Gibraltar makes most of its money from online gambling and from insurance and finance, and I'm sure money laundering as well, but I can't prove that. Okay, let's see. Gibraltar also has a unique position because it can set lower import and export taxes than normal for the EU, and also it's got a 10% companies tax. Yeah, in Spain over the border it's 25%. So, okay, for Gibraltar, I would say it's much better for them to stay British. Another interesting thing in Gibraltar as well, did you know that there are macaques, Barbary macaques, monkeys, wild monkeys that live on Gibraltar? Yeah? There's a wildlife park there. Now, there's a legend that as long as there are the Barbary macaques, or the monkeys, on Gibraltar, then it will be under British rule, yeah? Apparently in 1942, they were down to 7 monkeys, yeah? And apparently Winston Churchill ordered them to, the British troops, to go and get some more from Morocco, yeah? So they went off to the jungle and found some. But they're about 300 today. Notice as well, these are the only wild monkeys in Europe, yeah? Okay, so that's the situation of Gibraltar. Oh, one other thing, yeah? I don't think the British are likely to give it back because it's strategically important. It has a military importance, yeah? I'm sure the Russians would love it. Could you imagine if the British put Gibraltar up for sale to the highest bidder? I'm sure there would be lots of really interested bidders, yeah? I'm sure the Russians would be interested, the Chinese, the Americans, the Spanish, the Moroccans, and many, many, many more, I think. Maybe we should just sell it to the North Koreans. No. Gibraltar is going to stay British. No, I don't think any British government's going to change that, but maybe. We'll see. So, what about Brexit? Going ahead? Well, we'll see. I think Theresa May is going to end up as the person who did all the bad things to Britain 10 or 15 years in the future, because she's bent on, she's fixed on going through with this. So anyway, we'll see. Enough. Gibraltar. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.